When I was 41, someone gave me this book. It's called Letters to a Young Poet by a guy named Rilke, and I highly recommend it, even if you're a young poet or an old poet wannabe. There was a line in there about fear and what's on the other side of it. I didn't realize until I read this I'd been fearful for certain things my whole life. Growing up in southeastern Oklahoma, I grew up in this little house by the side of the highway, and painted on the very front of our house was this giant red hand. It was like 5 feet by 8 feet. It was painted on the front of our house. It had an eye painted in the middle of it. It had little stars and quarter moons and cards and pyramids. My grandmother was a fortune teller up in southeastern Oklahoma in the 50s and 60s. Hugo, Oklahoma used to be known as Circus Town, USA. It's where a lot of these circuses would make their winter homes, you know, not like Barnum and Bailey, but kind of these third-rate convict circuses. And so my grandmother was the fortune teller for the Valentine Circus, which is still in existence today on the outside Carnival. So during the summer, she would travel with them doing her fortune teller thing, and then during the winter, she had our psychic reading there at our house. So as a little kid, I'd walk around, there'd be this giant red hand there. It was just terrifying. I still talk about it. And she was a wonderful woman, but as she got older, she kind of, you know, started drinking a little bit, and we would stand out on the front porch, and these cars would drive by, and she would yell, "I knew you weren't gonna stop." And she'd take another little drink and say, "Here's your future." So I got this line out of this book by Rilke about fear. So at age 42, overcame this fear of embarrassment. I called up this guy and I said, "Will you teach me how to finger pick?" He showed me some little patterns, and I started writing some songs. So this is called The Messenger. Well, I'm wearing old boots with high Cuban heels, my soles they all worn, no withstand terrible grace. My trousers are torn, and my jacket is borrowed, and I'm wearing my time behind the eyes in my face. And I am not looking for loose diamonds or pretty girls with crosses around the neck. And I don't want for roses or water. I'm not looking for God here. I'm not looking for sex. I've worn out my welcome in certain small circles, in Spanish bordellos and Confederate states. But there is an angel in her leathers and kindness, and she whispers my name as she smiles at my fate. I am not looking for loose diamonds or pretty girls with crosses around her neck. And I don't want for roses or water. I'm not looking for God here. I'm not looking outside. The true believers are out on the road tonight, and no matter what happens, well, you know they'll be okay. And to the rock and roll gypsies, may the last song you sing Be by Mr. Van Zandt if you find yourself out in Santa Fe. Now I have a mission and a small code of honor to stand and deliver to you by whatever measures. And the message that I give you is I got from this old poet. He said our fears are like dragons guarding our most precious treasures. So I'm not looking for loose diamonds here, no boys, no. Or pretty girls with crosses around their necks. And I don't want for roses or water. I'm not looking for God now, and I just wanna see what's next. You've indeed been a treasure. Thank you very much.